Hey everyone, it's Amit. So I was about to do a video on meme stocks since that was all the rage this week with AMC and BlackBerry and the OG and GameStop. But then there's just so much content out there that I decided to pick a more riveting topic, which is the state of the used car market in the United States. Okay, so in this video I'm going to cover off on really three topic areas. Why are used car prices going through the roof? Why are new car lots empty? And if you're in the market for either a new or a used vehicle, what can you potentially do about it? But before I get too far into it, don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel as well. So it's no secret that the prices of used cars have absolutely gone through the roof. If you're in the market to sell one of your vehicles, there's no better time to do so. And conversely, if you're in the market to buy either a new or a used vehicle, there's probably no worse time to do so. According to a research study that was done by Shift, the average reduction in price of a vehicle that just sits on your driveway on a weekly basis is right around 1%. But if you have your car just sitting in the driveway since January, at this point in time, you've probably got a 20 to 25% increase over the last 5 months or so. Okay, the used car prices have gone up, generally speaking, depending on the source that you look at, between 15, 20, 30% over the last 12 months. And now used car prices have exceeded that $22,000 line for the first time ever and is sitting right around $22,568. It's no picnic for new vehicles either, okay? As of May 2021, the average transactional price for a new vehicle is $38,225. So now the obvious question obviously becomes is why are these prices going up? Well, the short answer, like most things at this point in time, is you can probably blame the global health crisis. With the global health crisis, there were some significant reductions when it came to production, which has created some supply chain related issues. One of the industries that was impacted by those supply chain related issues was the semiconductor industry, okay? And with semiconductor, these chips are used for most electronic type of devices, inclusive of these cars, okay? So when original equipment manufacturers, such as your Fords and your General Motors, Hondas, whatever it is, when they do not have the ability to obtain or procure these semiconductor chips, they're unable to put more cars out on the road. And that is why these OEMs have all reduced their anticipated supply of new vehicles in 2021. So that's more so on the supply side, right? And yeah, on the demand side, you've got an economy that continues to get better and better every single day. You've got more and more individuals with money in their pockets. So when you have that, people have this desire to potentially get a new vehicle, okay? So when you have that type of thing that is happening and there's no new cars that are out there, then you have these folks who are basically looking to buy used vehicles, and that is creating this supply-demand imbalance, which is shooting up the prices for used vehicles as well as for new vehicles for that matter. So what can you as a consumer who is interested in buying either a new or used vehicle do at this point in time? Well, the short answer is you need to buy time. If you do not have an urgent need for a vehicle, then don't buy one and just put it on the back burner for however long it takes for these prices to effectively normalize themselves. Your other options that you have is if you have a car already in the driveway and it's got some mechanical issues, spend some money in that, potentially fix it up for at least a short duration here, and it'll get you from point A to point B, which could be a lot cheaper than potentially buying a new or a used vehicle. Your other choices are use one of the shared vehicle type of companies, whether it's Uber or Lyft, to get you from point A to point B, or potentially even consider doing a rental. And then the other option that you have is to utilize a car up type of an approach. A car up approach is basically a way where you buy a car that you do not desire, but it's got like a lot of miles on it, it's pretty cheap, a couple of $1,000 perhaps, and then you drive that car from point A to point B for a certain period of time, okay? And then if you knew that you were going to spend about $400 or $500 a month, or you're prepared to do so, I think the average price to spend on a car at this point in time is around $500 a month. If you knew you were going to do that, just take those $500 every month and put them in your own pocket, kind of like pay yourself, okay? And when these prices start normalizing, then take all that savings that you had, all that payments that you made to yourself, sell off that beater car that you bought, right? And then you can put all of that down towards your new vehicle, right? So you're essentially buying time in all of these approaches that we talked about, but that's all that this is, right? It's a game of of how long it's going to take for these prices to normalize themselves. And that's frequently the next asked question, right? Is how long could this potentially take? And the bad part about this is that it could take a while, okay? When it comes to these supply chain type of issues, particularly in the semiconductor space, it doesn't just fix itself like that, okay? It takes a while. Now you've got Intel and Taiwan Semiconductors, they're all investing a significant amount of money on 2-3 year plans to build facilities where they can essentially pump out more semiconductors and get those to the original equipment manufacturers, Ford, GM, whatever, and also to anything else that may potentially utilize semiconductors, such as computers, okay? So that kind of an investment is currently in place, but it's going to take a while for that to actually realize some returns. Eventually, these prices will normalize, okay? At a certain point in time, used car prices are going to hit a ceiling. They're going to be too high. People are not going to want to spend that much money on them anymore, and then these prices will generally start decreasing, but it's all a matter of buying yourself some time, which is very akin to the housing market even. So anyway, what are your thoughts as it relates to this particular topic area, right? Do you think that these car prices may potentially come down a little bit sooner than what I'm thinking that they may come down on? And also, if you have other car hacks in terms of how people can go about executing a car purchase, leave those in the comments below. I hope you enjoy the contents of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.